This week we're talking all things chia seeds. Every week we pick off a different plant-based ingredient and talk about its nutritional profile, benefits, and any potential pitfalls. Chia seeds, these tiny little seeds, are actually from a plant that is a member of the mint family. It's called Salvia hispanica and is from Central and South America. So raw, they're these little hard seeds, but actually they absorb 10 times their weight in liquid, and I think they go 10 times the size as well, because they are tiny. So you imagine when you see them as like a chia pudding or something, and you know how they look a little bit like tadpoles, that's them 10 times their size and weight. That's pretty cool. In this little egg cup, my little egg cup prop here, we have 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, which is roughly 30 grams. And in here it has 140 calories, 4 grams of protein, 11 grams of fiber, 7 grams of unsaturated fat, and nearly 20% of your recommended daily allowance of calcium. That is pretty impressive for this tiny little egg cup, don't you think? 30 grams of chia seeds contains approximately 10 grams of fiber, 11 grams I think I said. That's nearly a third of your recommended daily allowance, which is 30 grams, so that's pretty cool. Fiber is really important for your digestive system. It helps keep you regular, it helps make you feel full, and it helps kind of just push everything through. And you get fiber in soluble or insoluble forms. Most of the fiber in chia seeds is a soluble form, so what that means is it helps reduce your blood sugar levels and it helps lower bad cholesterol. So great, good source of fiber, keeps you regular, keeps you healthy. Chia seeds are also a good source of protein. You've got to be a little bit careful when we're talking about protein sources in plant-based ingredients. Often any ingredient that's got protein is called a good source of protein. So you've got to look at how much protein it actually has. But for this little egg cup of chia seeds, so this is 30 grams of chia seeds, we've got 4 grams of protein. So that's at least 10% protein. So that's a pretty good source. I've said in the past, and what I've been led to believe is that actually you can't get a plant-based source of complete protein. And what that means is a source of protein that contains all 9 essential amino acids. And they're the 9 essential amino acids that your body can't make itself, so you've got to consume them. And it's widely talked about that there's no plant-based source of complete protein. However, having done a little bit of reading on chia seeds, it seems that chia seeds are actually a complete protein. So they contain all 9 amino acids that your body can't produce itself. So that's pretty astounding from these little guys. However, that said, you're never going to get all your protein from chia seeds. You shouldn't and you couldn't. You'd be very constipated. So you still need to be very mindful of the kind of rule with protein in a plant-based diet, that you're getting some from your legumes, some from your whole grains, some from your dark leafy veg, and some from your spices. So you still need to be considerate of making sure you're getting all your very different sources of protein. But these little bad boys have complete proteins, have all 9 amino acids, so high five. Chia seeds are an unsaturated fat. And within that unsaturated fat, they have omega-3 fatty acids. And that's a really good type of fat that your body needs. It's good for your brain, it's good for your cardiovascular health, and it's also an anti-inflammatory. So you need to be getting omega-3 into your diet. Normally, when you hear people talk about omega-3 and also omega-6, people go to seafood, fish. It's a fantastic source of both of them. But if you are plant-based and you've removed fish from your diet, you need to find another source to get your brain food, your omega-3. We'll cover off omega-6 in another episode, but seeds and nuts are good sources of omega-3, and that's your brain food. So think of it like that. Always think seeds and nuts, omega-3. Now, this is impressive. 30 grams, just an egg cup of chia seeds contains more calcium than 100 milliliters of dairy milk. That is super. So yeah, chia seeds are a great source of calcium. So if you have removed dairy from your diet, fantastic way to get some added calcium into the first meal of your day is just sprinkle some chia seeds over your muesli or porridge or granola or whatever you have. A lot of plant-based milks are also fortified with calcium, so you're probably getting some calcium into your diet that way, but a fantastic way to up your calcium quota. In summary, Sprinkle away, my friends. These little chia seeds are packed full of nutritional benefits. There's very little downsides, in fact, none that I've come across. So yeah, use them in abundance. You can use them dry, sprinkled over your porridge or breakfast, like I said, or you can bake them into flapjacks or crackers, loads of ways to cook them dry. You can also soak them in milk or fruit juice, and that's a great way to cook with them in terms of making porridges or jams or things like that. You can also mill them, so even if you just grind them in a mortar and pestle, and then use a tablespoon of ground chia seeds, 1 tablespoon of water, mix that together, and then you get a kind of gloopy, eggy consistency, and you can use that to replace an egg in baking, for example. If you're interested to find more ways to cook with chia seeds, jump on over to Facebook at newnorm.plantbasedmealplans on Sunday at 6 o'clock, where we'll be doing a live cook along and we'll be making mixed berry chia jam and also coconut chia pudding. So get you off to a flying start for the week with your coconut pudding that you can have for breakfast on Monday. Or if you're looking for some more inspiration on plant-based ingredients and their nutritional benefits, then check out the rest of our IGTV series on Instagram at newnorm_plantbased. See you soon! Hard little black seeds. We're flying through these.